I am at Calicut now. This is Euphoria, Neuro-Linguistic Programming Center at Calicut. The Neuro-Linguistic Programming basic session is going on now. Behind me you can see Professor Clement, the famous Neuro-Linguistic Programming teacher and a great healer, is conducting the session. It's a 7-day basic session for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Now this is third day. I'm here to record some healing sessions, and now after the session, today's session is almost about to wind up. It's about 5 o'clock and they are in a relaxing mood. And after this they may perform a healing session, and I will record it and connect the clip with subsequently and give you. Let us see how it goes. And while coming to Calicut, I was reading Dr. Kalam's Ignited Minds, and what Dr. Kalam mentioned in the 3rd chapter and the 4th chapter is a call to the medical fraternity to see what you can do to the mind. Now the medical science is dealing with only human body. And Dr. Kalam's call to them is every disease is not body related. What you see is the symptom that is on the body, but the cause is in the mind. So can you do something to enhance your treating methods so that you are giving impact to their mind also participating in the process, so that the people get a better healing. And when we look into sports kind of things, in Calicut we have Usha school attempting for Olympic medal. And one of the interviews of P.T. Usha, when I was observing, what Usha told is today's students, comparing with the students of those days, the athletes of her time, when she was practicing with the bare minimum facilities, with a lot of enthusiasm and willpower, they were performing well. Now today, these children got all the facilities, lot of facilities. May not be we are at par with the international standard, but still we have lot of facilities given to the children, but still the performance is not that encouraging. It is because of, basically she highlighted, it is because of the lack of willpower of the students, the athletes. So neuro-linguistic programming can do tremendous change in their focusing their mind, reframing their mind, and giving them a target so that they achieve the gold medal. So we need to look into the possibility of neuro-linguistic programming in excellence in sports and also in excellence in medical care. So let us see more in the coming episodes. Thank you.
Therapy in India, because for the last number of about 14 years he is in this field, and you may very well say that he is the most known NLP healer in India. So sir, from your experience, in which way NLP can be utilized for healing people?
Many ways. The medical science recognize the need for that, because they found that they can only deal with the body, not with the mind. And they also had evidence, what is called mind and body are not separable. They knew it, but they had no proof. That is why they combined 3 subjects called psychology, neurology and psychology, PNI, neurology and immunology, PNI, became famous. And there are a lot of instruments to measure this, what happens to the body, then change the thoughts, in sleep or not sleep, then change your thoughts, what happens to the body, etc., etc. That was the research, but then they did not have the tools to deal with the mind. In the meantime, NLP came in the 1980s. NLP has the tools. Because the first belief of NLP, one of the most important beliefs is mind and body are same, one loop. You cannot separate. What affects the mind affects the body. What affects the body affects the mind. Okay. And that is why they have written all this. Then came what's called, in the meantime, there was research being done in the quantum field, quantum mechanics or quantum physics. The NLP borrowed that over. The NLP has borrowed from the best of the people. It's called NLP model science. The latest research. And you witnessed just now, in the class now, you witnessed how changes can be made very fast in the mind, and the changes made in the mind affects the body also.
Okay, sir, Deepak Chopra, Chopra's book is Quantum Healing.
Yeah.
He also says about the same thing.
Exactly. That is why the first book he wrote was Timeless Body, Ageless, Timeless Mind, Ageless Body. Now he brought in a lot of cell biology, this and that and that. Then what happened was, his next book was Quantum Healing. Quantum Healing is application of quantum physics in healing. In the meantime, what happened was, Dr. Candace Pert, a cell biologist, brought out did research on what's called neurotransmitters, neuropeptides. Okay. Until then, what happened? What this medical science was thinking, the neurons are only in the brain. There are about 10 billion of them. There are no neurons in the body. She made what's called did the research and say, body has over 50 to 70 trillion cells. Around more than 50, up to about 70, some say 100, whatever, but there's no proof. But it's more than 50 trillion. And each cell communicates with another cell. Like, for example, Darwin came out with the amoeba, remember? Amoeba is a single cell, something like that. So the cells, one cell is a single cell, cannot multiply on its own. But a community of cells together can do miracles. Okay. What happened therefore? The cells communicate so fast that this is called neuropeptides, a chemical called neuropeptides. Otherwise, between each cell there is a gap, which is called synaptic gap. So what is this chemical? This chemical is known as what's called the amino acid molecule. Otherwise, it is from the protein. Charged with electricity from one cell to another cell. In a fraction of a second, the message can go anywhere. That was the latest, that was the research was being done as NLP was being developed. Since the 80s only, 1980s. The medical science recognized the need for that because they found that they can only deal with the body, not with the mind. And they also had evidence, what is called mind and body are not separable. They knew it, but they had no proof. That is why they combined three subjects called psychology, neurology and psychology, PNI, neurology and immunology, PNI, became famous. And there are a lot of instruments to measure this, what happens in the body, then change the thoughts, in sleep or not sleep, then change your thoughts, what happens to the body, etc., etc. That was the research, but then they did not have the tools to deal with the mind. In the meantime, NLP came in the 1980s. NLP has the tools. Because the first belief of NLP, one of the most important beliefs is mind and body are same, one loop. You cannot separate. What affects the mind affects the body. What affects the body affects the mind. Okay. And that is why they have written all this. Then came what's called, in the meantime, there was research being done in the quantum field, quantum mechanics or quantum physics. The NLP borrowed that over. The NLP has borrowed from the best of the people. It's called NLP model science. The latest research. And you witnessed just now, in the class now, you witnessed how changes can be made very fast in the mind, and the changes made in the mind affects the body. NLP is a technical subject, and you have to be you have to show a lot of interest and patience in understanding. You should have a lot of patience because there are so many small minor things. Like for example, I said today, this eliciting some qualities. So if you know it correctly, that all those things are not found in the books. Okay. Probably some books give that what is called scripts. Like earlier original books of Bandler, Richard Bandler, Connery Andreas, etc. If you read those scripts, then you understand. People have no time or people have no patience to read those scripts. What is explained in the class is just you are introducing the subject. It's 7 days. You are just introducing the subject. this was called how to heal and all that cannot be done here. There's no time. So that study the student has to do it himself. And if they are able to heal one person, then you get the confidence.
And I feel that, for example, I have talked with some people who have done NLP with you earlier.
Yeah.
But nowadays we are modifying this technique.
Yeah.
Your own technique.
That means.
What have we experienced in that?
Yeah, right. That means my heart and soul is in that.
Oh, good.
Heart and soul is now NLP. That is why when I read, I give a lot of thought. A lot of good thinking goes into that. How we can make it still better? The same technique, what is it about? How you can do it still better? How to have results from that?
Yes.
Okay. And most important thing is you should have that confidence.
Yes.
Okay. And your confidence is required.
Yeah.
Confidence. And building up rapport. In the morning I showed you, it's not just looking at the person. Okay, just looking. You are having a peripheral vision.
Yeah.
Those things are very important.
With regard to this healing, it is known as magical therapy, and it is known as magical therapy.
Yeah, because it is very fast.
Very fast.
Very fast. Okay. Now, for example, you only confess today, for example.
Okay.
That's called subcontinence. It is all in the subcontinence. Okay. What are changes are done? That is why people don't know. When I say NLP is a non-content therapy, people say, what is the meaning of non-content?
Yeah.
Are we not changing the content? No, we are not changing the content. Okay, we are not changing the content.